Hi guys, welcome to another LivinginSAtv video. David here. So today we're going to see Crown Mine Village and see the history behind this amazing place, and also trying to find out why it was never redeveloped into a touristic attraction right here in Joburg. Don't you believe me? Stay tuned, because once again this video will blow your mind.
Cool. Yeah, we're in the Crown Mine Village, one of the oldest formal settlements in Johannesburg that was catering for mine workers. So basically, as the mine's getting established and developing, there was a need to settle mine workers in some form of settlement. So the Crown Mine Village is exactly that. So if you want to get a sense of what Johannesburg looked like as it was developing, you look at this house on your left. I think it's on your right, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So it's a shanty town. Started off as a shanty town, but more structured. You know. And this is a perfect example of that era, you know. And then obviously, as time went by, they started, using bricks and stuff like that. And then you can see on my right here, then this is then what it developed into. And then, yeah, maybe we'll just take a walk around.
Let's do that.
And then we go inside the courtyard.
Sure.
So the interesting thing, you think this area, maybe if I'm this side and then you can keep seeing the houses, is that it's such an unfortunate, I keep on going back to this, because when it comes to Fanagalotors, we like exploring spaces that are not really popular, or they are just out of track, out of beat type of.
Almost unknown.
Yes. And in most cases, some of these spaces, the reason that they are not touristy is because of the state that they are in. And it has always been, our, it's a challenge, us trying to speak to the, relevant authorities or the right people to say, look, this is an asset. Can something be done?
I agree.
So that we could do our work, and not only do that, but share the knowledge and the history of these places. So this is one spot that I would normally take my clients, because I think it's a really important site in terms of understanding the history of Johannesburg. You can see the houses. There's also interesting things about the place. At some point, Mandela once lived here as well. I think Mandela keeps on popping. I don't know whether he's being used as a draw card, but there is that narrative that he once was. I think he hid here. He used this place as a hiding place when he was wanted by the apartheid police. So Crown Mine Village was one of his hiding places. And then we'll take you to it was a recreational center, a spot whereby, the workers could have a drink, play pool, dance, listen to music. So, this whole model of settlements with miners, it is so similar. They try to contain workers in one spot and make sure that they have everything within the vicinity, so that they're not able to venture out. So it's like trying to keep them in one spot at all the time. And you see it here as well. Yeah, the Crown Mine Village, and then as times went by, it was then started accommodating black miners, I think in the 80s. So some of the people that live here are descendants of those mine workers. Because I think in mid 80s, like 85, 86, somewhere around there, when black people were allowed to live around here, there was a promise made, because the mine that was close by, it was called Crown Mines. It was somewhere around there. There used to be a shaft here. So they used to walk to work. So they were, when it was closed down, they still were staying here, and they were promised that, you know what, at some stage, you know, they'll be given title deeds for these houses and so forth. And I mean, it's a struggle that is still ongoing, because no one really knows in terms of ownership and really what should happen to this place. And I think those are some of the dynamics that are playing themselves out. Is, do you preserve it as a heritage place, or do you develop it into a residential place for the people who live here? So, you know, I guess those are some of the challenges that, you know, are facing this place. If you ask me, my bias will be towards, you know, preserving it, but still allowing the people to live here, and, you know, try to utilize the people who are around here, train them in terms of, you know, guiding people about the space, and, you know, create job employment opportunities. You know, there's a hall that I earlier mentioned, so we're gonna go see that space. That's where, you know, the miners used to wind down during their spare time, or during weekends when they're not down in the mine. You want to ask anything, Dave?
No, I do want to ask. So, tell us about a time. I know you bring a lot of people here to do shooting and all that. So, if you bring in tourists here, why there is no interest to redevelop the place? Is it an historical place and all? What do you think is the?
I can't answer that. Right? I mean, the explanation I just gave now, maybe, you know, all these dynamics about ownership. Is it supposed to be a residential, or do you just preserve it as a museum, living museum? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But I would love just to see it.
Like an official response.
Yeah. Or just being preserved, just being clean, and just being, you know, decent, so that, you know, you can bring people here comfortably. You know, it reminds me of, you know, when you go to America, you find cowboy cities,
yes,
cowboy towns, like, that are still preserved,
like those cities most.
Yes,
but they still.
Yes.
Because they're valuable for the area itself, for the historical significance.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, no, you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And this is a place you should be proud of it, you know.
Yeah.
Especially now, what you're going to tell me next.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys, if you guys watching the video until now, you guys will be amazed what we're going to see now and learn.
Yeah. So this is the place. This was the hall, gentleman's hall. This was a spot to be. So it's currently being used by the community who live around here as a creche, daycare for young kids. So you will bear with us. We'll try not to show the young ones, but we'll try to do our the best inside, just to show you, get a sense of what's inside. Please come.
So look at the ceilings.
Yeah, so this is another, like, traveling back in time, like time travel. You know?
Wow.
You walk in here. But obviously, you know, there's a lot of little modern touches that were, you know, included during the course of the years as time went by. But
everything is like basically original.
yeah.
The wooden floors, the wood on the walls.
Yeah.
Crown Mines Recreation Center.
Yeah.
So tell us about the story of the crown.
Yeah, no, legend says that when Queen Victoria was here at one point, visiting South Africa on a state visit, her crown was here, kept here, and
But any reason why specifically here? Because
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no knowledge, but look at this. Gives you
sure.
the whole sense.
So this used to be an hotel.
This used to be just for men.
Wow.
Because these used to be divided. So I think only men were allowed here, and then on this side, this was for women.
This has so much potential for redevelopment.
And this was for women.
Imagine boosting this little, town and make this a proper hotel.
Yeah. Come have a look at this. Here.
Oh, look at the fireplace.
Yeah.
Skylight.
Yeah. These are the bathrooms.
Wow.
And I have to give credit to the community that currently lives here, because I think
They try to keep it the best they can, eh?
Yeah, this could have been vandalized a long time ago.
Think about it. Even there is no smell of damp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they did an incredible, even preservation where they did it amazingly.
Yes.
No.
The little resources that they have. I mean, these people are not being paid or anything, but here they are. I think someone lives here.
Sure.
Oh, okay. There's also another area here.
Sure. This is heritage of Johannesburg itself, you know.
Yeah.
This is not an excuse to be like this.
Yeah.
The ceiling's still with
Yeah.
And these ceilings are wood, or is it just me?
The what?
Because I see the wood on that side. Is this all?
This here?
Yeah. No, wood. I mean, like the ceiling.
No, the ceiling. That's metal.
That's
those
metal.
Are
Okay.
the, what do they call those?
Corrugated.
No. Pressed ceiling.
But okay.
Yeah, it's pressed ceiling.
Sure, but I'm telling you, for 100-year-old building, this looks.
Well
Look at the quality of the wood. The way it was varnished.
Yeah.
Wow. Sure, this is like.
Not sure if is this taking us to the other room. Oh yeah, we can go in here.
Okay. So I think that I know the majestic fireplace, eh? So even the carpet.
This carpet, we don't know how many years it is, but it could be.
No, I'm really shocked. This place.
Yeah, and this was the kitchen. I think there are a bit of modern elements here.
Yeah, this is where they used to serve the stuff to the main room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still part of the preparation room, kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, some people might know about this place or might have read about it. So what we provide is an opportunity to be in this space and explore it, and trying to also generate some form of activity for the people who live around here. So I work a lot with people who live here. There's one gentleman called Kenny and a lady called Tuli. So they become kind of like my guide, the guide for the guide.
Yeah.
So it's good to also collaborate and
completely
leverage on each other's
strengths.
Yeah.
No, wow. So well kept secret, eh?
See that?
Yeah. Beautiful thing that the called door frame probably. The call. And look, they kept everything.
Yeah.
It's like one single piece. It's not like wow. The ladies here, they did an amazing job, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. And here, it's in the bathroom. Wow. Look at how well preserved this is. Man, I'm telling you. We waste so much money in this country with stuff that doesn't matter, and then we find these places, eh?
So this is basically the courtyard of the Crown Mine Village. So this was just an open space. It's used for parking now. I think back in the day, people could even play like soccer here and stuff. So the house that we saw in the front, It's the same house.
This is basically the
this is
backyard.
back. Yeah, these are the backyards. Yeah, the backyard. And this place has been used quite a lot for location, for television. A lot of production companies have come here. One of the big production companies in South Africa called Jovicho. It's about the style of dancing called Mapantsula. It was shot here. A lot of music videos. Some guys, I've seen a couple of music videos. I'm like, I know that. I can identify some of the houses. So it's an interesting location, you know. I just wish it was well preserved.
I agree with you. Is that I must ask is, this is part of heritage of Johannesburg. Why is nothing being done about it? You know, we, instead of burning millions with certain stuff, we should burn millions on the right stuff. And we help the community here. We could help many people to achieve more together.
Yeah.
And that will be even greater for Johannesburg, you know, tourism. But these things like shock me, you know, because there's a lot of potential here and a lot of jobs that could be created.
Yeah.
But again, guys, I hope you guys now know about the Crown Mine Village. Thanks to you, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Don't forget, contact my brother here. Make sure that you come to these places with him, because he is the best guy in town to do it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys share, subscribe, destroy that like button, and I will see you in the next LivinginSAtv video.